So what will we do now? At that point, I'm just like, what will we do? Now we be tailor. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys premium gist about how 2 wedding vendors almost ruined my wedding. If you're interested in this video, I'm sure you're interested at this gist now. Keep watching, subscribe while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get started. So I'm going to start with my cake vendor. Now this cake vendor, I met her in 2017. We had CDS in the same local government area, so that was how I met her. And then she was always advertising her cupcakes, and they were really nice cupcakes, and we just like kept in touch. I wouldn't say we are friends, but like maybe close acquaintances. Yeah, that's how I would describe my relationship with this person. So we spoke and everything, and then I sent her a picture of the cake that I wanted, which is this picture that you're looking at on the screen. And then she was like, I think 85k or something. No, she told me 80k, and I said, you know what, can you do it for 60? And she goes, no, I didn't charge you, blah blah blah, things are expensive, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, you know what, let's do 70. She now said, okay, do you know what, let's do 75. So that was how we landed at 75,000. I paid this girl 80% up front. That was about 52,000 something. And then 2 months later in December, in fact this was like 3 weeks to my wedding or 4 weeks to my wedding, sometime in November, she sends me a long email. In fact, I was reading the email that I got her WhatsApp message. What was in the WhatsApp message was what was in the email. And she goes, our dear customers, things have increased, blah blah blah, flour in the market is no longer 15,000 or something, it's now 27,000. She was just giving like the different things in the market that are now more expensive. And then she ends with, we would like to request an additional 20% payment. And when I saw that, I was livid. I'm like, okay, first of all, I know, I get that you're trying to be professional or whatever, but you can call me and be like, Tarila, you know things have increased though, this, that, sorry about it, but please, can you? I expected that from her. So I replied her on WhatsApp. I'm like, I just got your email. I don't understand why you are asking for a 20% increase after I have made down payments. I think it's common knowledge that once you've made down payments, that's it, right? But then her attitude was, in fact, her attitude towards it was just like, I think it was like over familiarity. As far I know you now, so it's we now, but I didn't appreciate that. So just like, things are expensive in the market, be a little bit considerate. When I saw that, I just went mad. I said, be what? I was like, you know what, I don't want you to do my cake for me anymore. Please send me a refund. And she goes, it won't be possible for me to give you a refund. I've already bought this, I've done that, I've done da. I was like, you know, I will drag you. I said, I will drag you. Guys, that day was not funny. I was literally screaming in the house now because this girl was sending me. I'm just like, are you okay? Like, do you really have clients? Because if you have clients on a reg, this is not the way you will communicate. Whether you guys are friends or you're not friends, in my head, I'm done with cake for my wedding. I'm done planning. As of November, I was done. I had made all the payments. There was nothing pending for my wedding. There was really nothing pending apart from my outfits, for me to pick up my outfits. And then you're coming to tell me to add 20%. Do you know if I have the money? Do you know if I put the money somewhere else? No single apology. There was no, oh, sorry for the inconvenience. Absolutely nothing. And you're telling me be a little considerate. So at that point I was like, you know what, you're not making my cake for me anymore. And then I sent a voice note, or I think I sent messages to my sister all the way in the abroad. Yeah, she's my matron of honor. So I was just like, Tolu, I don't want this girl to make my cake anymore. I don't want to do da. I was just ranting. Tolu just called me because my messages pim. It was like 30 messages. She just called me that, wait, you come now. If you know Tolu, you know that Tolu is, how do I describe her? She has, like, she makes a lot of room for people, right? So she doesn't, if you do something to her, she will first try and see it from all the different angles. She will try to analyze. She will try to just, insert some Bible verses. At that point, I was just, I didn't even know. I was just like, I don't want to hear it. He didn't go, Tari, you will calm down. You will use wisdom. I say I don't want to use wisdom. I don't want this girl to do my cake. I don't want. At some point, I'm like, whose side are you on? So I was like, okay, you know what? Give me the girl's number. So I gave Tolu the cake vendor's number, and she called her. Long and short of the story, that issue was sorted. I thought it got sorted. Now, throughout the period where we're negotiating, how much is it gonna cost, whatever, this girl did not say anything about logistics. She did not say anything. But after we sorted that issue, a few days after, she sends me a message that, we didn't talk about logistics. I'm like, whose fault is that? She goes, it's my fault. I should have said something, but it's usually the clients that sort logistics. And at that point, I'm just thinking, okay, is it that you don't know you are supposed to include logistics in your fee? Because for every vendor, apart from makeup artist, photographer, like for the decorators, for instance, they charged, okay, these are the things that we are bringing, so amount of flowers, so XYZ, is this amount, logistics is this amount. So in my head, I'm just like, what kind of business person is this that you didn't talk about logistics until when the wedding is almost here? Anyway, I was like, you know what? Yeah, just let me know. Just find out how you're going to transport the cake to me and let me know. I will pay parts. That was what I said. I was like, I will cover part of it. And we ended it there. Now, the week of my wedding, this was, I think, on Wednesday. This girl sends me a message that, okay, she just checked the location, that she didn't know that the location is very far. Okay, you've taken a job. You did not ask for the location. I didn't tell you, but are you not supposed to know that you're supposed to ask for the location? Where do you think you're going to deliver it? She said that she thought the wedding was on the island, so she budgeted 5K for transport. She checked on both, and it's a lot of money. That she checked, it was about 9K going. Then that if she's going to take coming back, she'll probably spend almost 20K for transport. I'm like, do you know what? Just get a driver. Don't use both, because that location is quite far actually, and some boat drivers will not even want to go there. So I said, you know what? Get a regular cab driver that will bring you here for 15K. It will be about 15K from where you are. She said she's at Aja or after Aja. I'm like, from after Aja to this location, it will be about 15K. So get a regular cab guy who will bring you here. I will pay half. I will pay half was what I told this girl. She was like, okay. And then she messages me later, with a screenshot of her chat with the driver, but the driver was like, no, that is 20K, that place is far, blah blah blah. I'm like, fine, I will pay half. Now this is saying half from 7.5 to now 10K. I'm like, do you know what? I will pay it. It's fine. Just be coming, right? Now the next morning, that was one day to my wedding. Was it one day or 2 days? So it was either on Tuesday that we spoke, and then it was the next day, Wednesday, or it was Wednesday that we spoke, and it was a day to my wedding that this girl sends me a message. So she starts with a screenshot of her account balance. Good morning, Tarila. This is my current account balance. I think it was like 15 naira or something. So I won't be able to afford half of the transport. So can you please send 15,000 along with my balance? That's the balance for the cake, the remaining 22 something that we initially agreed on, right? Along with my balance, and then she will pay the 5,000 that, because initially her budget for cab was 5K because she thought it was on the island. That was when I was like, are you okay? Are you really okay? How can you be telling me this right now? I have told you not once, not twice, 3 times that I will pay part, or I will pay half of this transportation cost, and now you're coming to tell me this is your account balance. What is my business? You should have known all that. These are questions that you ask. I really don't think that girl has any clients. I honestly don't think so. So all the clients she was talking about that, because she was telling me, all my other clients, I will tell them this, they will pay it, they will sort transportation, they will even give me extra, they will da. I think they're imaginary clients, because there's no way. If you have clients regularly, I think it's common sense, right? Where is your location? Where am I delivering this cake to? Okay, this is the mode of transport that we use. This is how much you need to pay for logistics. So you are the one covering logistics. So da. You cannot tell me, you assumed my wedding is on the island. Did we have that conversation? So how? From where? That point I was just like, you are crazy. Yeah, I told her, I'm like, you must be crazy, because I'm not going to give you any extra money. So I just feel like this girl was just taking advantage. She was trying to take advantage, and because she knew that, okay, the wedding is in 2 days or 1 day, so anything I say now, they will take it. So at that point I was like, you know what, I'm not going to allow you to stress my life. My wedding is in 2 days. I'm handing you over to my maid of honor. And I stopped responding to her. So now, the first person that spoke to her was my matron of honor, Tolu. Now, my maid of honor, Nene, took over and called her, and the girl was like, okay, yes, she has tried to explain to me that, you know, things are expensive. Flower, she was just ranting, talking about how things are expensive. Flower is expensive. Tarina doesn't want to be this thing, that she has been holding it back for me since. She's just trying to be professional. She doesn't want to tell me her mind. I'm just like, hey, this is what overfamiliarity can cause. So my maid of honor, Nene, told her that, you know what, get a boat. You know, initially I told her, don't come with boat, get a regular driver. So Nene told her, come with a boat. When you come here and we see how much it is, I will pay. That was what she told her. Girl now said, okay, what about going back? At that point, these sparks in my head were already flying. I'm like, what? Never have I ever heard of where a vendor will be asking the clients for transport to go back. Like, I don't understand. What is my business? You see my makeup artist, my photographer, there's nobody that asked me, or that I said, you know, when you are going, this is how you go, because that's not how it's done. I've paid you your money, so how you go back is not my business. You've come, you've rendered a service, you've been paid for the service. How you go back is on you. So is you know, wise business people, they just include that, okay, my transport to this place and coming up from this place will be so amount, and they will add the money to their total money. Abby, is that not how they do it? This girl was like, so how will I go back? At that point, like, the phone was on speaker. All of us were just looking at ourselves. They're like, but again, it was like a day or 2 days to my wedding, so we didn't want to do any. We're just like, okay, let's just be careful. Let her bring the cake. When she brings the cake, she will know. So Nene was like, okay, that's fine. When you get here, we'll get a driver that will take you back. And I said, okay, that's what I was trying to explain to Tarina, and that her balance, we're like, yo, we're not giving you your balance until you have brought the cake. I said, okay, no problem. I don't have any problem with that. At that point, Nene cut her off, and that was it. Then I thought about it that, okay, you told this girl to get a boat, but really, you might not find boat at that time, because we told her to leave where she is by 5 or 5:30 latest, and start coming to our location, which will take about 2 hours. And at that time of the morning, getting a boat to come there, if she gets any driver that will accept that location, they'll probably want to do it offline. So I just said, you know what, let her get the driver that she got before, the one that said 20k. So Nene called her back and I was like, okay, just come with the driver. When you come here, we'll sort out your transport and we'll pay your balance. Of course, we had no intentions to do that. We just wanted her to come with the cake. So, brothers and sisters, on the day of the wedding, she came with the cake, and this is the cake that she came with. And when it was time to cut the cake, me and my husband were just looking at the cake like, I don't. First of all, this girl put pink roses. Is it roses now? Pink flowers, pink and white on the cake. And I told you that our theme is rustic. So the flowers should have been like brown or gold. In fact, brown, because I sent you a picture. I said, make this cake. Exactly. And it was I don't make cakes, but it's a simple cake. Like, it's just a simple cake. And then that part where that had like splashes of gold, I don't know what she did. It looked dirty. It looked like the. You guys, let me just insert the picture so you can see. Let's just 1 minute of silence. 1 minute of silence. You guys, when we saw the cake, we were like, you know when you just don't know what to say. You just don't know what to say. Hey God, I was like, what? What? This is what I paid for? Yo, I did not share any pictures of that cake because I was so embarrassed. I'm like, what is this? I'm bigger than this. I'm bigger than this. I know people that can make cakes better than this. I don't know why. Oh, yo, I don't know why. Do you know, when my mind is telling me something, I'm supposed to listen. Because I just, at that point, that first instant that she asked for 20% increase, I was like, I don't want to get to make my cake again. Like, I don't want her to make my cake. But I was like, okay, let her just do it. And that's what she did. What I ordered was what I got. Anyways, moving on, we cut the cake, we finished the wedding. The next day, Nene showed me her phone. Messages, send my money now. I knew this was going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, we didn't answer her. Like, after the wedding, she was calling. Nobody answered her. She went back. So she was sending messages like, so how am I supposed to pay this guy now? Nene even said, okay, you know what? Borrow money since your account is red. Borrow money, pay the guy. We will send your balance when we have settled. I need what's going to happen. How can you tell me to borrow money? I don't have any money to pay the driver. I've given him only the 5,000 I have, the 5,000 budget I have, blah, 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 blah. Brrr. After Nene showed me the messages, she blocked her. I was like, Nene, don't worry, just leave her. So Nene blocked her. And me, I was like, 1 week would pass before I was sending this girl her balance. 1 good week. But a few days later, the Holy Spirit was speaking to me. I was just like, I should send this girl her balance. I should send it. Anyways, I sent her her balance. She now responds with the money. Is remaining the money for the cab guy, the balance of 10k that you're supposed to give the cab guy. Do you know what I just did? I just put the picture of what I sent to her, the picture of what she brought, pick mix side by side. I sent it to her, and then I wrote what I ordered versus what I got. Do you still want your balance? And that was the end. She never responded until now, guys. But I was ready to drag this girl. She stressed my life. I'm like, how can you? What sort of business person is this? In fact, and I want to when I pick a particular service provider, I usually go back to their Instagram page and I look like, okay, has this person done this type of thing before? Can this person really do it? But with her, I just didn't. I didn't cross-check. I didn't ask many questions. I didn't second guess. I just thought she could do it. And just because we've known each other since NYSC, I just thought, okay, she should be able to, you know what I mean? I didn't, and I should have. It's unlike me, because if I say, I want this person to make my hair, I'll question it 10 times. I'll send it to all my friends, but can this guy really do it? I'll send another page, I'll send 3 more pages and be like, hey, I saw this one, what do you think about this? What do you think about, But with her, I was just like, okay, yeah, I've gotten this person did my cake, and that was it. I don't know why. I don't know whether the girl used jazz, I don't know, but unlike me. And look at the results. What I got. Anyways, that's that about the cake. Now, the second vendor. Well, this one is not too dramatic like that, but just a little bit. So, it's the lady that did my traditional outfit. And that dress was so beautiful. She redeemed herself. But, yeah, let me just tell you guys what happened. This one is going to be really quick because it wasn't dramatic like that. So where I'm from, right, we wear George, and the bride's George is usually heavily beaded, right, compared to the groom's George. So my husband's George was a little beaded. He had some embroidery, but just at the bottom, right, while my own had in fact almost everywhere. So I gave this lady my material and my husband's material. I'm like, okay, just cut part of his material as wrapper for him, and then a muffler for his neck. And then for me, this is my dress, and they are going to use the net to do a wrap. And she goes, okay, yeah, she understands, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, she gave me a time to come and pick up the dress. That was 2 weeks to my wedding. So I went 2 weeks to my wedding, it didn't fit, so she was doing some adjustments, and then I was about to go, and then I just looked, the bottom part of my dress, in fact, the whole dress, so the way she made it, right, is a whole dress and then the nets for the wrap. So the whole dress, when I looked at the bottom, I'm like, this thing looks a bit plain compared to the nets, because the nets is the same embroidered, heavily beaded fabric as the main material, right? And so when I looked at it, I'm like, this net is heavily beaded, but the rest of the dress is just like it's just there. And I said, auntie, you used my husband's material for me. And she wasn't even there, like it was her girl I was talking to. I was like, that she don't know, madam did not tell them, blah blah blah. That's the man that made the dress here. That was when I realized that, so it's not this auntie that is the tailor, like she's not the one making the dresses, she has tailors. That's fine, you can have 1 million tailors, that's your business. But when a client gives you something, explain properly. This is the bride's material, this is the groom's material, this is the material you use. I called her and she said, she did not know that was my material. I'm like, how will you not know? Okay, let's assume I didn't tell you. Common sense cannot tell you that the heavily beaded one is for the bride. I don't get. Say that, hey, so you cannot manage it. I say I can't manage it, and do you know how much I spent? My material was 3 times more expensive than my husband's material. You now want me to manage? Okay, so even if I say I want to manage, even if I say let me overlook how much I spent on this judge, how do you want a man to tie heavily beaded wrapper, then the bride will now be wearing? I'm like, I cannot use it. Say, so what will we do now? At that point, I'm just like, what will we do? I'm like, let me be tailor. How can you be asking me such a stupid question? She's like, okay, let me call you back. She's not calling me back. Now, that means we'll have to make a new dress. I say, if you need to make a new dress, you better make a new dress. So I'm going to insert the video. I'm going to look for a video of the first dress that she made with my husband's material. Now, it's not bad. If you look at it, it's not bad. But compared to the second dress that they made, you say if you can see the difference. I'm going to insert the clip so that you guys can see. Okay, so anyways, they're coming back. That Adam should need to make a new dress. That they spent 1 week on my dress alone. That in fact, the embroidery all over the dress, that she had to cut, she had to sew it with her hand. I was just like, see all these things they are saying, you will make another dress because I can't wear this dress. It's not possible. I said, okay, I should give them 1 week. I went back to my house. 1 week later, he's like, it's not yet ready. It's not. That's 1 week to my wedding now. This was December 3rd. I went there in the evening, like around 5. She wasn't there. It was the same man. In fact, it was a different male tailor that was there, that was still just working on the dress. I'm like, I don't know how you will do it. My house is not far from here. I will sit down here. You people will finish the dress. And I said, no, okay, since your house is not far, come back later this night. Come back by 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'll come back by 10. She now sends me a message like around 8 that my tailor said you will come back by 10. I say, yes, I want to collect my dress because I'm traveling. So I had to tell her that, see, I'm traveling to Port Harcourt, because she was like, can you come for your fitting on Monday? That's 6th, 4 days to my wedding. I say, I'm not available. That my wedding is in Port Harcourt. I'm traveling on Sunday. I said, okay, can you come very early by 7 a.m. next is Saturday, 4th of December? I was like, okay. So 7 a.m. sharp, I was there. The male tailor had gone, and the wrap, he just did one nonsense for me. So it wasn't good. So she had to cut that wrap, do it again, sew it again from the beginning. In fact, the breast cup, I don't know whether they gave me 40 DD because the breast was just I'm like, this is not my breast now. Which kind? Anyways, but like when you see the pictures and the videos, it looks good. Like, it looks like royalty. It came out really nice. I think I even prefer the second dress to the first dress, like based on the fitting and everything. It looks really good. So yeah, at the end of the day, but she apologized. She was like, oh, so sorry. Thank you for being patient. Thank you because some other clients would have pulled down this place. Oh, so sorry. It was after that she now said I apologized and I'm sorry. Please send me videos though. Safe journey to Port Harcourt. I said thank you. Have it. So guys, that was it. I have so many other stories to tell, but these are the two that really stood out for me, that I was just like, God, what is going on here? Oh my goodness. If you've ever planned a wedding, I'm sure you can relate, because you think you've planned something, you think you finished something will just spring up and you're like, hey God, I beg go. And if you're planning a wedding right now, or you're about to start planning your wedding, I pray for grace for you, because some vendors are cray. Honestly, the only vendors that not give me one stress, my makeup artist, my designer, the one that did my wedding dress, my reception outfit, my girls' bridesmaids dresses, my photographer. See guys, I did not use my eye to see my photographer the day before, but in the morning he was there. He came that night because what I told my vendors was like, this place is far, so I want all of you here a day before. So all of them came a day before. But my photographer had another wedding, so he was like, I will still come. I'm like, no problem, I could trust you before. And every other person, like all the other vendors, I had seen them. You know, I had put them in their room. So I'm like, okay, everybody's here. No stories, no excuses, everybody's on ground. I did not see my photographer with my eye. I just went to sleep. I just sent him a message that, okay, this is your room number. I've dropped your name at the reception. When you get here, just tell them I slept. Like, I slept early. When I woke up in the morning, I think I called him like just to know, okay, did you come here? Are you okay? And everything. He was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. That was like 7 a.m. or so, or 6:30. It was like he's just looking around, like looking for picture spots and all. So those were the two: my photographer, my makeup artist, my designer. Those are the three that one stress they did not give me. They didn't give me one single stress at all. Like, even my hairstylist, they stressed me small because I had to go to his shop first. Like when I sent my wig, I was like, this wig will not do the style that you want to. I had to now go to his shop. It was testing the wig on my hair. He said that this wig will not work. I need to buy another wig. I'm like, after I've bought wedding hair, you want me to buy another one? What are we going to do? Anyways, we sorted it out. Now I said, that can you come again for another fitting of the wig? I said, I can't come. Sorry. He said, okay, no problem. So that one did not really stress me, but it was a little stress. So yeah, guys, that's the end of my story time. Hope you enjoyed this story time. If you want to hear more stories about the wedding or about any other vendor or something else that happened in the course of my wedding planning, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to support me by subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, give this video a thumbs up as well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.